How's it going, guys? It's your boy Splash. I'm back with another mock draft. I am currently recording this at 4:23 a.m. Pacific time. So this intro, at least, so you'll probably see this intro a few times. Just going to reuse it. So before we start, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring a ding ding, that Le'Veon bell, that notification bell, or it's draft season. Marquee spell, ring a ding ding, that marquee spell, that notification bell, so you're notified. My mom talked to me this morning or yesterday at this point, and she said, hey, maybe you should tell your subscribers and such what the bell means, right? So with the bell, there's three distinctions. You can have the bell off, which means you don't get notifications. Boo, that's bad, right? Then you have the halfway lit bell. It's not like there's not a line through it, right? It's a bell. It's like a bell emoji, and you get some notifications. But what we want is fill in that bell, get the little curvy bits next to the bell, so you're notified when we go live, when we post things like this. And I have a lot of mock drafts to catch up on. I have a lot of player rankings to catch up on. So let's get right into this mock draft. Let's go. And I don't have to cut for this. We are going right here, right now, to the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't like saying that they're the AFC champions, but they are. Here we go. Mock draft, 7 rounds, as always. PFF, no trades, default settings. I know people in the comments don't like me using PFF. I would be more than happy to find a different mock draft site that has 266 picks, or 262 picks. So sorry, Draft Network, that's out. Pro Football Network has a bunch of trades that happen, right? What if I don't want trades, right? So I think PFF is a good resource here, and I'm making the picks myself. I'm not going off purely based on the PFF board, but that's enough blabbering. Let's get it started. Speed maxed out. We don't really care about what the other 31 teams are doing. So Cincinnati Bengals, fasten your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. So the dream here is offensive line. I know the Bengals attacked the offensive line in the offseason. You go get Lyle Collins, you get Alex Kappa, you get Ted Karras. Lyle Collins is a great right tackle. He is a top 3, top 5 right tackle in the NFL. I mean, I wouldn't take him over Ramczyk or Wirfs, but I think you can have the argument starting at 3. He might be the best tackle, not named Wirfs or Ramczyk. It's 4:30 in the morning. If I'm blanking on someone, my sincerest of sincerest apologies. But the interior offensive line does need some work. So this is a spot that I still think you have to go interior, and I don't love the options here. No trades. Let's see if there's any tackles that you can convert. So here's the issue, that Jonah Williams and Lyle Collins are your tackles, and I don't think you are really – Williams is your franchise left tackle. So you want a right tackle, and Collins is going to be there. His deal is 3 years. It's really 2 years with like avoidable third year. So I think you can take a tackle, play him at guard in year 1, year 2, and then year 3, you get the John Ogden thing of moving him from guard to tackle, and boom, you have, your tackle duo, right? You have Jonah Williams, and then you have Bernhard Raimann out of Central Michigan. He has played offensive tackle for just 2 seasons. He was originally a tight end at CMU, and good athlete. And you can see in the tape, watching a bit of Raimann that, especially early in the season, first quarter is awful, and then he's unbeatable, right? It'll be first quarter, it's a mess, and then he figures it out second quarter, third quarter, and that's super valuable from a learning perspective that, a CMU coach would say, hey, work on this, or he would get beat with the move and then he wouldn't get beat with that move again. So I think plug him in at guard year 1, and he's going to be your franchise right tackle. So that's exciting. I think you can adopt the same sort of philosophy here and get another piece that you like here. And I like a lot of these pieces: Dylan Parham, Donovan West, Cole Strange, Cam Jurgens. And I would say Luke Fortner. I would say for the Bengals, just because you added pieces to your offensive line in the offseason, like Alex Kappa, what is Alex Kappa really doing for you? What is Ted Karras doing for you? I don't think they're doing a whole lot besides just stopgaps. So I'm still going after a guard here, an interior, and I'm going to go Dylan Parham out of Memphis. Can play center, can play guard, versatile pieces, and that's what Cincinnati needs. You need to find the right 5 guys to put in front of Joe Burrow, and Jonah Williams is definitely going to be your left tackle. Lyle Collins is your right tackle. I think your other 3 spots are up in the air, and if you get the best 3 players, that is super, super valuable. On the clock, again, at 95. Some options here. The Bengals have a really solid roster. Of course, you have the offense figured out with Burrow and Mixon and Chase and Higgins and Boyd, and no CJ Uzomah. Offensive line, we've hit that really hard here. Defensively, they have some pieces. Jesse Bates. I believe he's still up for a new contract. I think he was franchise tagged. Trey Hendrickson. The linebacking core is improving dramatically. Last year they hit on, the last couple years they've hit on several picks, Logan Wilson, for example. So where can they improve? And as much as I want to take another offensive lineman, because you can never have too many good ones, and sorry, Carson Strong, I would love to take you, but the Bengals are clearly not going to take a quarterback here. Brian Cook, local prospect out of Cincinnati. He's a solid option. Dominic Robinson, Kyle Phillips could be the heir to Tyler Boyd, D'Angelo Malone, Jalen Armour-Davis, Damian Pierce. Could be a fun change of pace, bit of a change of pace with Mixon. Danny Gray, Damari Mathis, Romeo Doubs, James Cook, Marquise Hayes, Cordell Flott, Luke Fortner. Watch for him to go in this range. Center, really talented center, very different prospect-wise from the other centers that'll go earlier. Different, he's not a Linderbaum, right? Linderbaum, you want, on the move in space. Fortner is more of a guy that is just going to, be a be a rock in the center of your offensive line. And, is he the best in space? No. But is he going to block his tail off immediately? Yes. So fun options there. Tight end could be an interesting decision. PFF does not list tight end as a need. So if I'm the Bengals, right, and I want to maximize Joe Burrow, I want to give him as many weapons as possible. We've seen the wide receivers. I'm looking at a guy like a Damian Pierce here, add another running back. Kyle Phillips is a fun name here. Romeo Doubs, Carson Strong's partner in crime there in Reno. I think they play in Reno. I hope the Wolfpack play in Reno. Obviously not drafting a quarterback. James Mitchell is a fun option here. I believe he didn't play much, if at all, last year at Virginia Tech. So a lot of his film is from 2020. You have the Cincinnati Edge, Maya G. Sanders, who's really falling down boards. But, oh, man, I just scrolled for a while. If the Bengals end up with Zion McCollum's not going to go this late. He is going to probably be early round 2 pick. Early round 3 at the very latest. So Zion McCollum, this is great value. I know PFF has him in the 120s. That is, I think, an oversight on PFF support. McCollum is a ridiculous athlete. He is one of the top 5 athletes in this class. Look at RAS. I believe if he's not a 10, he's like a 9.99. So fun options there. I want to address. Oh, and of course, there's no weapons here. Oh, boy. Pierce Strong, I picked him a couple times in other mock drafts. Daniel Bellinger, same sort of ordeal. I'm not going to get either of them at 174. So, yeah, I'll continue to look. I might go Pierce Strong. He's my number 2 running back, just behind Breece Hall. I think he's going to end up going in the 3rd round. Super athletic guy, Jackrabbit from South Dakota State. Fun guy to watch. I know he's playing FCS teams, but the physical tools are there. If you had any questions, he answered them at the combine, and he has answered them in athletic testing. So I don't see an issue there. And, oh, yeah, guess what? Daniel Bellinger falls right in our lap at pick 174. Thank you very much. I've touched on him in previous installments of these mock drafts. Check the end of the video for a link to the full playlist. But Daniel Bellinger at SDSU was in like a tight end by committee in a way. There were 2 or 3 tight ends that San Diego State used a lot. Daniel Bellinger was not a focal point by any means. He is kind of comparable to George Kittle in that way that Iowa just didn't use him properly, right? Iowa wanted to use him as a blocker. Well, Bellinger was like, okay, you're going to get a third of the reps that a really good tight end should be. Like, if he just swap him with a Mountain West tight end by the name of Trey McBride, he might be better than Trey McBride, but Trey McBride was the focal point of the Colorado State offense. There was that game going around, I forget which game it was, that he accounted for all but one of Colorado State's receiving yards in a game. That's ridiculous. Daniel Bellinger never had the opportunity to do that. Now on the board at 209, 3 picks left. Zachary Thomas, another SDSU kid on the board. Zaquandre White, Ty Chandler, Curtis Brooks, Jason Poe. I have mentioned Jason Poe in a previous mock. Keontae Ingram, Josh Johnson, Tyron Davis-Price, Christopher Allen, Deron Bland, Noah Ellis. Matt Ariza could be a fun option. I think, I know PFF's going to slaughter this, but Punt God is going to go higher than the 6th round in all likelihood. He's a guy that might end up slipping into the 4th round or might end up being a 4th round pick as a punter, which is unbelievable. But he is that dude. He is that dude. And here, let's go. I haven't talked about Marquise Bell much. He is one of my favorite prospects in the draft. He's from an HBCU down at Florida A&M. He is a Maryland transfer, and he is super physical. He is everything that Jesse Bates is not, and he is like nothing that Jesse Bates is. Jesse Bates is an incredible cover safety, the true free safety Earl Thomas role. Marquise Bell is very much a box safety, but he plays with tremendous instincts, tremendous intelligence, and don't be fooled by, he played at FCS level, he played at Florida A&M, he played at an HBCU. That should not matter. We have seen tons of HBCU talent. You look at Jerry Rice, you look at Shannon Sharp, you look at Steve McNair. There are tons of talented players, and they just don't get the exposure that other schools have, right? You look at Florida, you look at Miami, you look at FSU, you look at even Central Florida, USF. They get all the publicity, and Florida A&M is cranking out tons of talented players as well. So watch out for Marquise Bell. He's going to make a team very happy on day 3 of the draft. And with the final pick here, some fun names. I want to go for a guy with some upside. And with that upside, I would like to take Adam Anderson's fun. I know he has some off-the-field stuff. I think the value here is just ridiculous because at the end of the 7th round, you take a risk on a guy. This is a organizational thing. He's either on your board or he's not. He's not the commodity is there, but I don't know if PFF has anything listed for him. They might not. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. So last year he was, a top 20 prospect, and then it just shoops down, right? So I'm not going to get into the off the field stuff, but I think the value here, if he's on your board and you take him at 252 and it works, you're getting a great player. If it doesn't work, then whoop-de-doo. It's a 7th round pick. It's 252, and you can get priority UDFAs. So my goal with these mock drafts, A-, B+, whatever. Oh my goodness, this is just blasphemy right here with Zion Mccollum getting a 122 or a D- rather. Ouch. Ryman A, Parham B-, McCollum D-, Strong C, Bellinger A, Ariza C, Marquise Bell C+, Adam Anderson C+. I mean, I think B- is a little harsh here. They hate the McCollum pick. McCollum's going to go a lot higher than 95. He's going to go a lot higher than 122. I haven't plugged takes enough. Make sure you download the uSTADIUM app, by the way. Usually I don't let these videos run on, but I do have a Marquise Bell. I do have a Zion McCollum take that I want to mention here. I have a take. 6 people have joined it. I have Zion McCollum will go in round 2 of the NFL draft. Let me make sure you guys can see this. Yeah, there we go. I have Zion McCollum will go in the 2nd round of the NFL draft. I am very confident in this. Just a super freak. I know PFF's going to hate it. I don't really care here. There are some players I just totally disagree with. McCollum's 60 spots higher on my board. just a freaky athlete. So I think PFF is kind of undervaluing Zion McCollum, which is a bummer. So there's that. There's a mock. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring a ding ding, that marquee bell, that notification bell, so you get notified whenever we go live or whenever we post something like this. Make sure you download the uSTADIUM app. If you come from one of these mock draft videos and you want in on takes, hopefully you want in on takes, tag me at Splash. I'll send you 1,000 points. Let me know what video you're coming from. If it's from the Bears, from the Packers, the Lions, one of the AFC North teams. Pick your poison wherever you're coming from. Keep it locked in with uSTADIUM, and peace out and keep moving forward, ladies and gentlemen.